Welcome to the NASCAR Racing 4 2001 season mode. We're here for we're Pocono for the Pennsylvania 500 for race number 2036. As you can see, Dale Jarrett starts on the pole, and then you got Sterling Moreland starting second. He's starting to have a pretty late resurgence onto this, as Bobby Labonte's being consistent as ever. Fitz starting third, and he's your current points leader and has a win at Daytona. Bit of not like at the night race. Anyway, then we have Rusty Wallace, Jeff Gordon the fifth, and then we have Bill Yates, Tony Stewart, Warburton. The most recent winner at Pocono, Kevin Harvick, starts ninth, and he got his first career win in this continuity at this track. And then you have Matt Kenseth rounding out the top 10. And as you can see, everyone else. And I start 26th behind Mike Wallace over here. So we'll see how this goes, and any standout numbers, I'd say Ron Hornaday probably starting 19th, and maybe Warburton starting 8th, because we rarely see him qualify in the top 10, but let's go and get this started.
Driver, start your engine!
Thank you, Grand Marshal, for not being sexist, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're starting out the outside line. So this is gonna be it's gonna be a tiny bit problematic for us, but not too much. But we'll see how this goes. As let's see, rearview mirror, nothing really much going on.
Get ready now.
Let's see. As here we go, we're gonna go green. As green flag's waving, we're underway, as we're going to go through the middle. That's not going to work, as I just spun Michael Waltrip like that instantly. Well, that's going to cause like a small problem and a half, but anyway, let's go ahead and just see how this goes, as well, people are already going down below the grass like me, for instance, as I wrecked Jerry Nadeau.
Clear. We got trouble in turn 1.
I mean, to be fair, the cars were just going below where the grass was, so I had nowhere to go really. So you can pretty much argue for that case. As Casey Atwood's doing what I just described, pretty much, as he's falling back a little
Car outside
because of that, and so is Bobby Hamilton. Don't want to be haunted by him, but. Well, we're going to have to stick with that, probably. As Sterling Moreland leads the first lap of the race, as we lead the caution flag. As we start 19th, as we're in the top 20 right now, and Bobby Labonte fell back to 7th right now. And we don't know where Tony Stewart is. He's 12th, and Joe Gibbs are 1-2 in the points right now, so that's why I'm looking out for those two. And you got a few drivers that are like ahead of us in points, like Rusty Wallace, for instance. As Sterling Moreland won last week's race. Kevin Harvick almost won it, but he choked a little. So yeah. Anyway, we'll catch you guys at the restart. Oh. Okay, welcome back, and there was only one DNF, and that car was not even involved in the 2 crashes, and that was Sterling Moreland, the leader of the race, who had a gearbox failure, and thus Dale Jarrett's now the leader, and with 15 to go, and Sterling Moreland, he's gonna have that's gonna mean very bad for him in the championship run. So, but anyway, let's go and get let's go get going, as we're gonna get by Casey Atwood, looks like. Yep. I put Matt Kenseth in the top 5. That's interesting.
Still there.
As Kevin Harvick is in 9th now, that put Jeff Burton back in the top 10 as well.
Clear.
As we're just trying to get by Ken Schrader very gently. Come on. As I was saying, we're going to try and get around Ken Schrader gently, but yeah. But Dale Jarrett looking to get his second win of the season. His first win came at Martinsville. Well, his first win of the season. And he had to lap the entire field for that. So maybe this time he... So
Car
of course
outside.
this time he
Stay
probably,
low.
if he wins, he probably won't
Clear.
have that issue,
Outside.
as I
All
just
stop.
bumped Tony
3
Stewart
wide.
and
Clear
Ricky Rudd
outside.
together, as
There's an
caused
accident in turn 3.
a bit of mess and trouble, as now happened in turn 3, as that means big problems for Tony Stewart in the championship. Did not mean to do that. That's because I have marker brakes and the AR pretty stupid here, but that's besides the point.
Outside.
As I bumped
Clear
Mark Martin,
outside. Car inside.
he tried to come low
Clear.
when I was
Inside.
clearly down low, when I was clearly
Clear.
below him. As here comes Terry Labonte passing him now because of that.
Outside.
So as I'm almost going to lose
Keep
position
low.
to Ken Schrader, but not if I have
Clear.
anything to say about it, and I do.
Outside.
And here we go. Let's
Inside.
get by these guys, Mark
Stay
Martin
high.
and Terry
You're in the
Labonte.
middle. 3 wide.
As we're in the
Clear
middle, that
inside.
actually worked that
Clear.
time. You know, that's usually not a good move in this game, but whatever. And no cautions thrown for Tony Stewart and Ricky Rudd. At least I think, yeah, and Tony Stewart's now 42nd. He went from like being in the top 10 to being in 42nd. That's just sad. As Mark Martin's trying to get by me,
Clear.
as there goes there goes.
Still there.
Okay, Harvick's going up the track right now. He's probably not going to sweep Pocono, but anyway, we're going to try and get by Ward Burton, as his brother just passed him. Let's just get by him. There we go, perfect.
Clear.
As Bobby Labonte pretty much almost gave him the championship almost, but we only have like 20, like almost few races in, and it's still too early to say if Bobby Labonte has won the title with only one win. I guess the chase might come in a bit earlier than expected. I don't know, but then again, we can't really change the points in this point system in this game. But we're in the top 10. All right, so far so solid. As Bill Elliott's now in third. He won the 2002 race as one of his final wins in his career, but that hasn't come yet, and he hasn't even gotten his first win for Evernham. So let's try and get by Jeff Burton, as he just tries to wreck me because I'm trying to get by around him and he doesn't notice me, but now he does. As then we have Jeff Gordon, as we're catching up to Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr. right now, and there's points leader Bobby Labonte. Hopefully I don't wreck him, and that's going to mean very bad business with Texas if I wreck him. But Bobby Labonte has been pretty consistent. He has no DNFs so far, and this is one of his best tracks in reality. So yeah. As Matt Kenseth goes into third, as Rusty Walls, as now it's a 4 top 3 right now. As Ward Burton passed by his brother, if I remember, if that's the case still. As we're pretty far ahead of, I think, 9th still. As we're going to try and get around Jeff Gordon. We got his draft right now. Dale Jr. trying to get around Bobby Labonte, as Bobby Labonte's in the top 5. He could get a solid top 5 here and get something pretty good out of it. And Tony Stewart, where is he at? He's 38th, not so bad as earlier, but obviously, but that is what it is, I guess. As Matt Kenseth, I think he's going underneath. Well, he was going to go underneath Rusty Walls for second, but that wasn't going to be the case, as I moved Jeff Gordon out of the way.
Clear.
As I passed by him for 7th. As now I'm going to try and get by Dale Jr. as much as I can. Dale Jr. has not won a race yet. In fact, I think DEI's only win of the season so far is the 2001 Daytona 500, which happened in real life. Yeah, I expected a lot more from Dale Jr., honestly, but oh well.
Car outside.
Maybe win Daytona like he did in real life, but I
Clear
guess it is what
outside.
it is, but we have Sir Marlin and Bobby Labonte dominating, doing some dominations here.
We got just
If,
10 more to go.
as we got 10 laps left, as Dale Jarrett still leads, and he's trying to get around Matt Kenseth, as Matt Kenseth is actually going to take second from the looks of things. Matt Kenseth is trying to get his second win this. Alright, so Bobby Labonte did not DNF, thankfully, because, yeah, and he's also still on lead lap, but he's the last car on lead lap, so, yeah, that's still gonna hurt his championship performance in the points lead. Maybe he might not even be in the points lead when this is all said and done. I'm not sure if Tony Stewart or Rusty Wallace is going to retake the points lead or something. I don't know. But, yeah. So, Bobby Hamilton, Ward Bird, Joe Nemechek, and Kenny Wallace all DNF'd, and Kevin Harvick's a lap down, so he's not going to sweep this
Pace
race.
car's in.
As pace cars down pit road, and, we have an interesting top
Green,
10
green,
as
green.
green flag is back out in the air as Dale Jarrett leads us back.
Outside. You're in fifth.
As now we're back
Still
in,
there.
we're in fifth now, and we're just gonna try and get by Rusty.
Slow.
Rusty, I'm here. Rusty,
Still there.
hello. Don't be so aggressive with your moves,
Clear.
Rusty.
Car outside.
Okay, well there goes Jerry Mayfield
Stay
as
low.
I
Clear
as
outside.
okay I lost a few positions as Dale Jr. Is battling Rusty Wallace. I mean Bill Elliott for fifth. At least I think that's the case. Yeah, but we still have a 4 top 3 as at least I didn't wreck Rusty Wallace, so there's that. Even though that would have been a gap between 2 different championships. As whoa, let's not wreck Dale Jr. and get Junior Nation mad.
Keep high.
Let's get by Jeff Gordon if we
You're
can.
in the
Let's not
middle.
make Gordon
3
Nation
wide.
angry
Clear
either,
inside.
as we just
Stay
got
low.
by both of them
Clear.
in the middle. So yeah, that was close
Just 5 more to
almost.
go.
As 5 laps to go, Dale Jarrett still leads. He's led the most laps since Sir Marlin had his DNF, his gearbox failure. So as Matt Kenseth is going to try and say something about that, probably, or maybe yeah, there he goes on the inside, and Rusty Wallace might follow suit. I have no idea. No, but I think the top 3 is staying the same as of right now, but I'm drilling down Bill Elliott right now, so not sure what's gonna happen as here comes as it's getting really close between Wallace, Kenseth, and Jarrett. And yes, this is 2001. I'm saying that because Matt Kenseth had a pretty nothing burger season in 2001. Not getting any wins, being irrelevant all season, but yeah. I guess the sophomore slump hit him or something, I don't know, but we're gonna try and get by Bill Elliott as
Outside.
safely, come on, safely,
Keep low.
as we're side by side with Rusty Wallace, as Kenseth is side by side with Rusty Wallace, as Dale Jarrett starting to pull away,
Still there.
as
Clear.
here we go, we're gonna get as Rusty Wallace is still side by side. I think he has a draft with Jarrett, which will probably help him get into second. As I bump back Kenseth, whoops.
The yellow flag is out.
As
Let's
I
go.
spin myself
Race back
out,
to the
but
line.
that's okay. I got myself going as Mike Wallace rear ends me, and gee, thanks a lot, Mike Wallace. And I'm trying to get myself going, but of course. And okay, yeah, that about sums it up. Yeah, we're not finishing this race. Safe to say, as Dale Jarrett gets his second win of the year. I don't even feel like doing the tow truck thing, as as I'm pretty sure the race is going to end under yellow. Yeah, because it's 2 laps to go and it's white flag and the lights are still on the pace car. So we finished 38th after starting 26th, and we were running really well, but yeah, wrecked Kenseth, and that costed him a podium position as Dale Jarrett ends up winning this race, with Rusty Wallace finishing second, then Bill Elliott in third, then you got Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., Jeremy Mayfield, Ken Schrader with a good run, as well as Steve Park, Johnny Benson, and Mike Wallace running out of the top 10. That's an interesting top 10 right there. Ron Hornaday almost got in there, but didn't have anything to show for it. So, as I'm sending points, like 300 points back, as Bobby LeBlanc is actually still the points leader. Wow. As Tony Stewart is now 65 points behind, and Dale Jarrett's now entering the championship battle with 84 points back, and he's 19 points behind Tony Stewart, so he could take second. We'll see about that, but yeah, Dale Jarrett got his second win of the year, and yeah, Tony Stewart only has 2 wins, and Stuart Marlin, he had his third DNF, where he got a gearbox failure. Jeff Gordon's starting to show some muscle, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And Marlin, he wrecked too much, and I think I'm having a Ryan Newman-esque season. Well, Ryan Newman 2003-esque season where I am winning a lot, but I'm also getting some DNFs. But I am still showing some results here and there. Yeah, oddly enough, Jeff Gordon has fewer top 10s than I do, and he's more ahead in points than I am, so that's interesting, I guess. But yeah, I guess that DNF at Pocono did something. But so anyway, the next race will be at the Brickyard 400. Even though the date's wrong, it's still called the Brickyard 400 because that's tradition for most of the time. And we'll see who will get to kiss the bricks in this season. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.